Ukraine's new Flamingo missile will send Russia back to Stone Age. What if I told you that Ukraine has just unveiled a weapon so powerful, so devastating, that it could send Russia's military operations spiraling back to square one? Enter the Flamingo Missile, a game-changing piece of technology that could tip the scales in Ukraine's favor and leave Russia scrambling to adjust. Imagine a missile so advanced, it doesn't just hit its target, it decimates it, crippling entire military systems in a single blow. Ukraine's Flamingo Missile is more than just a weapon. It's a new era of warfare. But how does it work, and why is it being dubbed the weapon that could send Russia back to the Stone Age? Stick around, because what you're about to hear could change everything you thought you knew about modern conflict. The Flamingo Missile. When we talk about military advancements, we usually think of nuclear weapons, massive artillery, or high-tech drones. But Ukraine has just raised the bar with its new Flamingo Missile, a weapon that is redefining what it means to be a strategic force in warfare. But what exactly makes this missile so dangerous for Russia? First off, the Flamingo is not your average missile. It combines cutting-edge technology in precision targeting, high-explosive warheads, and an incredibly sophisticated guidance system. What sets it apart from other missiles is its ability to target and destroy critical infrastructure, such as power grids, communication hubs, and supply lines, things that are essential to a functioning military machine. A missile capable of taking down these vital systems doesn't just cripple a military operation temporarily, it can leave entire regions paralyzed. What makes the Flamingo even more deadly is its ability to adapt to battlefield conditions in real time. This missile uses advanced AI algorithms to change its flight path and target specific weaknesses in Russian defenses. Imagine a weapon that can evolve mid-flight, dodging countermeasures and striking where it hurts the most. That's the power of the Flamingo, and it's sending shockwaves through military circles all over the world. The Flamingo's destructive power. When people think of a missile strike, they often picture an explosion. But the Flamingo missile isn't just about the impact of the blast. It's about the way it disrupts everything around it. This missile is designed to create a chain reaction of destruction, using a combination of high-tech payloads that can target everything from missile defense systems to fuel supplies. One hit doesn't just destroy a target, it creates a ripple effect that disables entire military operations. The missile's payload is capable of creating extreme electromagnetic pulses, EMPs, that can knock out electrical grids and communication systems. Imagine for a second the chaos that would erupt if Russian forces lost communication between their units or were unable to operate key equipment due to power failures. And let's not forget the psychological impact. When a weapon like the Flamingo strikes, it's not just the physical destruction that matters. It's the overwhelming sense of helplessness. Russian forces would be left scrambling to rebuild and re-establish their operations, unable to rely on the infrastructure that previously supported them. It's warfare in its purest form: disrupt, confuse, and destroy. A game-changer for Ukraine. If Ukraine's Flamingo missile proves to be as effective as the reports suggest, it could drastically shift the balance of power in the ongoing conflict. We've seen how Russia's military has relied heavily on established infrastructure, communication systems, and fuel supplies to maintain its operations in Ukraine. Take away those resources, and suddenly, Russia's military might begin to look a lot less invincible. The Flamingo missile offers Ukraine an unprecedented advantage by targeting and disabling these essential systems. For Ukrainian forces, it's not just about taking down Russian soldiers, it's about attacking the very lifeblood of the Russian military machine. By crippling Russia's ability to move supplies, communicate between units, and use its advanced technologies, Ukraine has found a way to level the playing field. What's even more remarkable is the potential of this weapon to disrupt Russia's logistical networks. In modern warfare, logistics is everything. The Flamingo missile could render key supply routes useless, making it harder for Russia to resupply its troops, maintain its vehicles, or even power its military bases. The longer Russia's supply lines are disrupted, the more vulnerable they become. That's a scenario that could force Russia to rethink its entire strategy on the battlefield. A psychological weapon. The Flamingo missile isn't just a physical weapon, it's also a psychological one. Think about the morale of Russian soldiers who've spent years fighting in Ukraine. They're already dealing with high levels of stress, exhaustion, and fear. Now, imagine facing a weapon that can cripple everything you rely on in a matter of minutes. The Flamingo Missile is designed to be unpredictable, precise, and almost impossible to defend against. Russian soldiers, who already face an unpredictable enemy, will now have to deal with a new type of threat, one that doesn't just destroy their positions but dismantles their entire operation. This could have a devastating effect on Russian morale, causing them to second-guess their movements and strategies. In many ways, the true power of the Flamingo Missile lies in the uncertainty it creates. When soldiers don't know where or when the next strike will come, or how their systems will be disrupted, it breaks their confidence. The fear of not being able to rely on their equipment or communication could make Russian troops hesitant to engage, potentially leading to further setbacks. Russia's response. So, what will Russia do in response to this new threat? There's no doubt that the Flamingo Missile poses a serious challenge to Russia's ability to control the battlefield. But, as with any new weapon, Russia will likely invest heavily in countermeasures. The question is, can they adapt fast enough? The Russian military has a long history of responding to new threats with innovative countermeasures, and the Flamingo Missile will likely prompt a rapid push to develop countermeasures like anti-missile systems or improved electronic warfare capabilities. However, this race to counter the Flamingo might take months, if not longer, and until then, Ukraine will have the advantage. One of the challenges for Russia is that the Flamingo Missile doesn't rely solely on brute force. It combines precision targeting with advanced technology to outsmart defenses. This means Russia can't just throw more firepower at the problem. They need to think strategically about how to deal with a weapon that evolves in real time. It could be a while before Russia is able to fully neutralize this new threat, giving Ukraine a critical window of opportunity to capitalize on this advantage. Global impact. The Flamingo Missile could also change the broader landscape of military technology. If Ukraine's weapon proves successful, other nations might look to develop similar systems. The idea of creating missiles that can target and disable an enemy's infrastructure, rather than just engage their forces, represents a significant shift in how wars might be fought in the future. This kind of technology could lead to a new era of warfare, one where the focus is on targeting critical infrastructure, disrupting communications, and forcing the enemy into a position of vulnerability. In the future, the Flamingo Missile may set a new standard for how countries approach military conflict, pushing the boundaries of what's possible with precision-guided weaponry. If you found this video fascinating and want to stay updated on the latest in military technology and global conflicts, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. We'll continue to bring you the most up-to-date analyses on the ongoing war and the technologies that are shaping the future of warfare.